the list. I'll check. I'll check for everybody right now. Who will win D&T, Ronal on the left, or Miracles George on the right? We'll give chat 2 minutes for predictions. Make it quick. Let's see. Let's pull out my binder and check which carpet of flowers I have for everybody. It's just the symmetry of the frame being off for list versions. I don't know, actually. Let's see. I think I own 2 or 3 carpet of flowers. I own 2 carpet of flowers, and they are both from the list, or mystery booster, or whatever. Sorry, everybody. It happens. Found a better deal. You know what I do on TCG Player, actually? When I buy on TCG Player, fetch our TCG Player affiliate links down below and bookmark them in your browser. We get a kickback on every sale, and it helps keep this channel afloat. But when I buy on TCG Player, I always optimize cart, and whatever version of the card is the cheapest, that's what I get. That's what I do. I just get the cheapest version. Where did I put my glasses? Oh, there we go. Neither playmat is worth supporting with channel point betting? Okay. All right, some bets are coming in, though. We got over 2,000 channel points on the line for this match. Some people are rooting for Dark Zero here on the left. Death and Taxes. Spirit of the Labyrinth, the key card here. I don't think the Bant Miracles players want to see Spirit of the Labyrinth on the other side of the table. We have a half moon here in New York right now. I can see it outside my window. Not that anybody asked. DCI ban. All right, Spirit of the Labyrinth comes back down. Another one, that is. Yorion in exile, not on the board. And here is a Mother of Ruin. Sorry about the glare. Oh, no, that's a vial. That's a vial, sorry. The glare got me. That's a vial. Sky Noodle will win because it has Caracas and Yorion. Yeah, I like that prediction. Here's Recruiter of the Guard. And it gets Force of Willed. Pitching Force of Negation. Force of Negation, not a relevant card in this matchup, really, at this point. 72% favorite for Dark Zero on the left, says chat. And by the way, this channel is, and if you've been watching 90s MTG, you know this already, but we're completely corrupt. And the people who are voting in the prediction poll may have watched the match already. And not because they were there standing in the game store watching the match. These matches are already up on our YouTube channel for YouTube members. So YouTube members might have already seen the match. So it's corrupt. All right. Ponder. We're just having fun, everybody. We're just having fun. Death and Taxes favored for sure. Got to play those odds to win back the points, though. Yeah, I like Death and Taxes here. I like it. Historically, though, is Death and Taxes versus Miracles pretty even, would you say, chat? Or is Death and Taxes always favored in this matchup? Because it feels kind of even to me. Like 55-45, maybe in favor of one or the other. Because Rishadan Port and Wasteland and a lot of the cards that Death and Taxes used to steal games are not really super relevant in this matchup. Everyone loses. Yeah, I guess everyone loses, yeah. All right, Dress Down here happening and returning a card to hand. So Dress Down allowing for a turn here for the Miracles player without worrying about Spirit of the Labyrinth's effect. With Dress Down on the board. Dress down, a neat trick that you can do with dress down is flashback or cast Uro from hand, and it'll just stay on the table. You won't draw your card and gain 3 life and all that, but you'll have an Uro if you cast it from hand without it dying. Obviously, I guess you wouldn't do that for escape, but everybody gets what I mean. Correct art dress down. There you go. HC Fox hates the modern card frame. Okay. So now, with Spirit of the Labyrinth turned off, having an opportunity to cast cantrips like Brainstorm, the Miracles player is hoping to set up a board wipe of some kind, I assume. That card frame is the reason I quit Magic? The modern card frame, you mean? Do you mean back in like 2007 or whatever it was, HC Fox? You really quit because of the card frame? That's unfortunate. I've talked about this. I've talked about, we're like a decade and a half later than HC Fox quitting Magic and then eventually coming back. But and I don't even remember when I decided this, but at a certain point I decided as a Magic player, I just refuse to complain about Magic. It's one of the few things in the world that consistently make me happy and take my mind off whatever stress or bad things are going on in the world. And I just refuse to spend any of my time complaining about Magic cards. All right, the Death in Texas takes game 1. And so far it's looking like the Death in Tax predictors are right. Flicker Wisp exiling the Savannah completes the game. So I basically just forced myself to enjoy Magic and not allow myself to get all wrapped up and bent out of shape about whatever product I don't like or whether they change the way the cards look or whatever. I just enjoy myself. The game's fun. I just don't I just don't have it in me to write like a whole blog post about how Magic's organized play is down the toilet and the new sets don't speak to me, and I just want to play and have fun. Anyway, Prismatic Ending, exiling Vile, and now here is Stoneforge. All right, that was the planes that cast the ending. It was fetched after the fact for shortcutting purposes. Stoneforge Mystic on the stack here. So what do you search up with Stoneforge in this matchup? Something? Oh, okay, he gets Batterskull. So Batterskull, does that mean he's Kaldra Complayat in hand? Or is that the most ideal card to fetch here? Because I feel like Kaldra is just better, right? It's not Legacy unless you're 2 beers in. Is that a rule? What's up, LaPark? How's it going? Good to see LaPark in chat. Yes, good evening. Hope you had a nice weekend. I hope everybody watching had a nice weekend. Nice. I believe LaPark is in Brazil. I know we have many viewers in Brazil, and you can let me know in the comments if you're watching this later on YouTube. But how are things in Brazil right now as far as Magic? Are events firing? Are people getting back to meeting up and playing again? What does the scene look like right now in Brazil? Excited to get your second dose this week. Awesome. Awesome. Happy to hear. I just spoke to a colleague of mine that I was working with this week who's from Brazil, and the vaccine rollout has been really slow. But things are finally starting to come together, it seems. September, my LGS should reopen. Nice. Okay. I know we have many viewers in Brazil eager to get back to playing paper Magic again safely. Yeah, I know Lapark. Yeah, the president of Brazil, much like the president of the United States, did a terrible job. Did a terrible job as far as COVID, and I think that's just a fact at this point. Brazil had it tough. Shout out to everybody watching in Brazil. I really do love our viewers in Brazil. A lot of you send me nice messages and leave awesome comments, and I really just do appreciate our viewers over there. And I hope to visit Brazil and come hang out with you and play some Magic. I've never been. Obviously, I know the country's really big, and I don't have to probably make multiple stops, but still. Okay. HC Fox, too real. Too real. Leave the Amazon alone, people. Oh, that's good, Lapark. I know this is, I mean, it's not that crazy personal, but what vaccine did you get? I'm curious. What vaccines are available in Brazil right now? Are they American? That's good, Lapark. Good to hear. Deep into this game too, we see a batter skull. So I guess Cauldron was not happening. We see the Phyrexian Germ. We see oh, that is Cauldron. That is Cauldron. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not. It's Batterskull. Very strange. Coronavac, Brazilian, Pfizer, and AstraZeneca. Gotcha. Cool. Well, I'm just glad people are getting vaccinated out there. Flicker Wisp. Fetch and response. Oh, definitely. I mean, whenever I travel from now on, I will definitely announce it and try to meet up with local people. So hopefully it happens someday, Lapark. There is no Pfizer. There is only Pfizer. What? The P is silent. Oh, I get it. I get it. Another dress down. And here's a Stone Forge, but no trigger because of dress down. So I remember while these players were playing, I was sitting next to them actually, and something that came up was, um, something that came up was, does dress down remove abilities of? What the heck just happened? Wow, did the whole match just restart? Okay, we're up to here. That was weird. Sorry about that. Anyway, The players were talking to me about how does dress down take away abilities from equipment like Cauldron Come Play At, and the answer was yes, right? Yeah, turn zero games. It's pretty good in that way. It does depend on layer timing. So if you play the equipment and equipment afterwards, you would get the abilities. Dress down's a cool card. So now swinging for 4 with Stoneforge and Flicker Wisp. I guess Cauldron just was not available for Ronal here. I thought for sure Ronal would have Cauldron in hand. Thinking about building Maverick, says Lapark. So am I, actually. I'm thinking about building Maverick myself. I have most of the cards. I have most of the deck, except for... What don't I have? I need another Savannah. And some other... Oh, I own 0 Green Sun Zenith. That card needs a reprint, everybody. Reprint... Wizards of the Coast, if you're watching, reprint Green Sun Zenith so I could get one for cheap. All right, here's Recruit of the Guard. And we're fetching Flicker Wisp. Interesting. Terminus. All right, so Terminus happening here. You need a Savannah and a Cradle. Okay, thankfully I have the Cradle already. I've had the Cradle for like a decade at this point. At least. Maybe longer. I only have one. I only have one Cradle. All right, so Terminus resolves, puts all the creatures on bottom. Flicker Wisp to hand is pretty good because it can hit Batterskull here. Ronal with only 3 lands in play. Lapark had to sell their Gaia's Cradle. That sucks. A week later, it doubled in price. Yeah, that's kind of how the last year has gone as far as Magic cards, though. I sold a bunch of stuff early on in the pandemic that I just was not using. Some reserve list stuff, but just some stuff that I just didn't need. And now it's worth like 7 times the amount. But I honestly don't really care, though. It's like whatever. It was okay, here's Mother of Runes. It's a Fairy Time Rivaler on the battlefield. And here's Spirit of the Labyrinth. We know about a Flicker Wisp in hand for Ronal. Nothing sold, nothing lost for HC Fox. That's cool. I just tried to free up some cash early on. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world at that time, especially. There is even now. Peacekeepers now didn't even know it was reserve list. Yeah, how much is a Peacekeeper now? I don't even know. At least here in the U.S. I don't own any Peacekeepers. Let's see if that's a mistake. Oh, it's not too bad. Peacekeeper's not too bad. Wow, I didn't know there was a Peacekeeper Vanguard card. Oh, it's digital only. Interesting. They should bring back Vanguard, right, chat? Should they bring back Vanguard? I think so. Weatherlight. Yeah, Weatherlight. Weatherlight was a cool set. Sorry about the glare out there. Yeah, Spirit of the Labyrinth attacks Teferi. Uh-oh, here's a joke from HC Fox. Mana Web. I don't even remember what Mana Web does. Let's find out. Whenever a land an opponent controls is tapped for mana, tap all lands that player controls that can produce any type of mana. What a strange card. Wow, people are using that in Commander? Why? I guess you just force your opponents to tap out whenever they do anything. Very strange. Yeah, it's spiked over the last year. I mean, when I know that we're starting to dig into MTG finance, everybody, so forgive us. But when Magic Fests and events where vendors could show up and do tables and buy and sell cards return, will all of these cards that spiked over the last year crash? Does anybody have any feelings on that? And I know this is MTG finance stuff, and some people are really upset when we start talking about this, but is there a market bubble? Is I guess what I'm wondering. Reserve list will not crash as turn 0 games. Okay. Here's a Batter Skull. Forces it. Might slightly go down. Mana Burn should be reintroduced to Legacy, says HC Fox. I don't know about that one. I thought Mana Burn sucked. Casual kitchen table player Chris Benucci back in the 90s thought Mana Burn was just the worst. And Damage on Stack. Damage on Stack was the worst too. Reserve list spikes to be a market correction due to lack of supply. No reason Peacekeeper should have been a $4 card for so long. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you might be right. Okay. Flicker Wisp, exiling Flicker Wisp, and it comes back. Wait, what? Okay, and it comes back and exiles the other Flicker Wisp. Okay. So it's going to come back on George's end step. Terminus happening here. Yeah, you might be right, turn 0 games. People just seem to jump on the reserve list cards during the pandemic, I guess, because everybody was home, maybe clicking around on eBay. I don't know. And people spent their stimulus checks on Magic cards. Terminus is your most hated card in all of Magic? Yeah, we'll see. I mean, no doubt about it. The entire economy of everything is in a weird. Nobody knows what happens next stage right now. So, all right, Ronal takes that match. Congratulations, Ronal. Death and Taxes takes it down. Everybody. Another match with Dark Zero Ronal on the left, and this time it'll be Elves on the left. On the right. Sorry. Ryan Fisher on Elves. RPF that was in chat earlier on the stream. And a Yorion Ranger. We'll start a prediction here. Who will win? Dex and Taxes Ronal or Elves Ryan? We'll put 2 minutes on that, chat. Yeah, this is a tough one for Ronal. So on a serious note, Ronal on the left side of the screen, Dark Zero at the top of the leaderboards on this channel, uh, both for gift subs and for cheer. Ronal, a huge part of the channel. Matter of fact, the text on the top of the screen right now will show you Dark Zero is everywhere on the top of supporters of 90s MTG, and I'm very grateful to Ronal for helping keeping the show alive. But Ronal is also one of the best local players. He's somewhat new to Legacy. But Ronal is a master level modern player and plays a lot of limited, pioneer. He plays all the formats, but somewhat new to Legacy. And Ronal is a really good player. So I personally am super excited to have Ronal start jamming some matches of Legacy with us. Obviously, this is not live on stream, but on the channel, And Ronal's still getting used to the deck. This is the first full deck that Ronal has built for Legacy. This Death and Taxes list with Yorion that we're watching right now. But over time, I'm looking forward to see Ronal master this deck and branch out and build others. And yeah, I'm just really happy to see Ronal jamming some Legacy with us. Can't wait to see Gris pop the 3-1. Yeah. Yeah, Death and Taxes is a really hard deck to master, in my opinion. One of the hardest in Legacy, just because you're running up against potentially Reanimator, Storm, Show and Tell, all the crazy combo decks of Legacy with a mono white vial creature deck. And in some way you're but just by starting a match of Legacy without Force of Will against combo decks, you're kind of putting yourself in a tough position. Obviously, Death and Taxes is a great deck, but I think it does take some skill to even have a chance of being a successful, by whatever standards you want that to be, Death and Taxes player in this format. Yeah, the Yorion Death and Taxes list is pretty. It can play the long game for sure. I look at it as kind of a mid-range deck. It's not an aggro deck. It's not a combo deck. It's not a control deck. It's just like a mid-range, prison-y. Yeah, I don't know. Got a 5/5 off enemy Skyclave the other day. How'd you do that? You're still in the 60 card, even though you love Yorion. I just want to maximize my chances of Wasteland and Vile in the opener, especially at my locals where there's a ton of blue. Yeah, I mean, if you're on Death and Taxes right now and you're running up against the blue decks, I think the Yorion deck is actually better than the 60 card version. Am I wrong on that, anybody? Scroll of Fate, putting Force of Will. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, so Solitude here. Solitude on the board. It seems like Ronald's doing pretty well so far. Jitte is firing off here. Only played against it once, but it does seem stronger. Yeah. Here's a morph for Ryan. Also worth pointing out, Ryan Fisher, who he's a known for playing Elves, has a really beautiful deck. I mean, the cards in this deck are like an art gallery. All right, here's Sword of something. Sword of Dungeons and Dragons, possibly. And Solitude attacking here. All right. Death and Taxes gets there in game 1. 100% favored for Elves, says chat. Nobody even wanted to step in and try to place place another kind of a bet. That's okay. All right, here we go. And humility, yep. Pendlehaven, Wirewood Symbiote. Plains Pass. So if you had a Swords to Plowshares here, do you take out the insect, chat? Do you like that? All right, a fetch. And we're going to see a beautiful forest here, most likely. Or will it be a bayou? It'll be a forest. I like that Pendlehaven gets played still to this day. One of my favorite lands from back in the day. Tapping 2. Visionary. Good art too, yeah. Here's Ethersworn Canonist, which is pretty decent here. I like that. Ethersworn Canonist, pretty relevant. Attacking for 2. With Pendlehaven available. Don't forget. Ronal didn't miss it. And here's another Visionary. Plays a Windswept Heath and passes. Caracas for Ronal. And Stoneforge Mystic. This has to go get Umezawa, right? I don't see any other equipment that's as good as Umezawa's Jite here. Let's see. It's going to be Cauldron come play at. Okay. You like Cauldron better than Umezawa? Maybe Jite in hand, yeah. If I'm Ryan, I'm thinking Jite must be in hand. I don't like racing Elves. I don't think that's a good game plan at all. He does have the Canonist, but an Erupt Decay followed by a Glimpse and a Gaia's Cradle just makes things turn really ugly. Elves does run removal. Here's Savannah. What's Savannah for? Why is there Savannah in this Elves deck? Tapping 2. Oh, Archon. That makes sense. All right, attacking for 2 with the 2 Visionaries. Back to Ronal now. Ronal does have a Cauldron come play at in hand. Here's Vile. That's not that exciting. Spirit of the Labyrinth would be a good one here. Collector Oof is on the board though for Ryan. Oof, yeah. All right, Visionary goes back to hand on end step. Cauldron looking better now? Maybe. Tapping 2 in the Visionary that we knew about, yeah. Draw a card. Another Forest. Yeah, that's true, because the Oof does turn off the Jite, yeah. That's true. All right, here's Cauldron come play at. Here comes the Phyrexian Germ token. There it is. And back to Ronal, who has a Vial on 1 with no abilities basically right now. Attacking with Cauldron Complayat. And Ryan asking what it does. Wish you could see the set symbol on that token to see if it matches the Cauldron. I think it does. I think it does. I don't think we had a Phyrexian Germ token before Modern Horizons 2. But that is a Phyrexian Germ token there. And Ronal passes the turn. Oh wait, no he doesn't. There's only one person to play Complayat to get the put this on Phyrexian Negator achievement. What? The achievement badge? Skyclave Apparition comes down, actually, and is going to target Collector Oof. Would you hit the Oof, or would you hit Wirewood Symbiote? I guess that depends if he has the Jitte in hand. If he has the Jitte in hand, it makes sense to hit the Oof. If he doesn't, for whatever reason, I think I like going after the Symbiote. What do you think, chat? Wirewood Symbiote is very annoying. Being able to save Elves from Swords of Plowshares and whatnot. Your future Skyclave apparitions, etc. Okay, some confusion about life totals there, but they corrected it. Elves getting Dream Crush. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's see what happens here. Fetching a Bayou. Yorion is in exile, not on the board. Ah, so Assassin's Trophy on Ethersworn Cannon is happening here. And Ronal fetches a Plains. Not good. Not good for Ronal. That Ethersworn Canoness was very necessary. All right, Ryan counting up the manas here. Are we going to see a Crater Hoof? Oh, share that deck in the Discord, Lepark. I'd love to check it out because I'm looking at Maverick lists right now too. All right, Birchler Rangers here. Gaia's Cradle tapping for 1,000,000 mana. I assume something terrible is happening here. Yeah, Green Sun for 8. Is Ronald dead? Return an Elf. Untap. Is he dead? Crater Hoof gives +5/+5. He has 1, 2 blockers with 4 toughness. He's at 16. Automad got you. I don't really know why Automad even stopped what you wrote, but that's okay. All right, so swinging with everybody. Oh, right, he returned the other elf to untap the. Gotcha. Yeah, I think Ronald's dead. Ethersworn Canonist proved to be not the strongest defense. All right, Ronald looks at his hand and scoops him up. So we're going to game 3. Join the 90s MTG Discord if you haven't already, folks. Exclamation point Discord and chat if you're watching live on Twitch. The link down below if you're watching this later on YouTube. Come hang out with us on Discord. Are there any good Exile 2x artifact and or enchant cards in green? Yeah, Force of Vigor, right? All right, turn 1 Vial for Ronal and a turn 1 Elvish Mystic for Ryan. Plains the follow-up, tapping 2, and porting an elf. Okay. Porting a forest, sorry. Oh, right. It's destroy for Force of Vigor. Oh, you said exile. I don't know. Goblins now has tech for that. Mass Vandal and Kikijiki. Yeah, Mass Vandal. Mass Vandal is my new favorite card. Recruiter of the Guard here. So I guess we're gonna look for. Do you like looking for Spirit of the Labyrinth here, chat? That's what I would get, I think. Spirit of the Labyrinth or this one, Canonist. Get Stoneforge. Ronald goes for Stoneforge with the Recruiter, with a Vial on 2. That must mean what? I don't know. Here's Glimpse. Please Vial in a Spirit. Please have a Spirit. Oh no. Nettle Sentinel. Okay, so Stoneforge was not the correct fetch there. Because if you're Recruiter for Spirit of the Labyrinth, you're protected that turn from Glimpse. At least for that turn. Because they'd have to tap out to Abrupt Decade or something. Ah, man. Stoneforge in hand for Ronal is pretty useless right now. Here's Gaia's Cradle. Foil Gaia's Cradle. I think this is going to get ugly. Ryan with only 2 cards in hand, though. A Glimpse happened already. Sylvan Reclamation, exile up to 2. Oh, I know that card, yeah. You think that's Legacy playable? Maybe in Miracles, given that it's 5 mana? I don't know. With Endurance. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That might be some good spice, HC Fox. I like that one, Sylvan Reclamation. That's a good one. It is pretty costly, though. It's going to take a long time for you to be able to cast. I think a lot of problematic enchantments and artifacts that Miracles needs to deal with, like Omniscience and stuff like that, are going to hit the board much earlier than Sylvan Reclamation can deal with them. That could be an issue. Natural Order sacking Nettle Sentinel. Oh, this is unfortunate. No Containment Priest either. The Recruiter for Stoneforge Mystic was an error, I feel. Here's Progenitus. Beats Moon and Compleat. Yeah, it does. No, Mass Vandal hits either an artifact or an enchantment, not both. If that's what you're wondering. All right, he's Stoneforging in the Vialing in the Stoneforge here and searching. Progenitus could potentially be raced here, but it seems unlikely that Ronald will be able to pull that off. It only needs to hit twice, and it has protection from everything. As it stands right now, anyway. I mean, you could gain life with Batterskull, but then just a third hit from Progenitus is enough. All right, goes for Cauldron Compleat. And this is not looking good for Ronald at all. Maybe he has a Council's Judgment. Oh, yeah, maybe he has Council's Judgment in hand. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. Strictly correct to split Natural Order art with that Portal one. I have, so, back to my binder. Back to my binder, everybody. I have Natural Orders. For the first time in my life, I own a playset of Natural Orders. Can't wait to show everybody. I have 1 English and 3 Japanese Mystical Archive natural orders. Is that okay? Is everybody okay with that? Does anybody have a problem with that? I don't know. Put them back in the binder. All right, Sword of Fire and Ice here. And in the end is what's getting fetched, it looks like. No, I only have those 4 natural orders. That's all we're getting. I hope to play natural orders at some point. I only own 1 Gaia's Cradle, so Elves is not really an option for me. And buying 3 more Cradles is just out of my budget. Sword of Fire and Ice, attached to Recruiter, and attacking with it. It's protection from blue, so Progenitors can't block it. And Ronal gets to draw a card here. Hoping to draw that Council's Judgment, I guess. People are very particular about natural orders. Grist! Grist is here, everybody. Grist is a cool card. Grist is Grist the weirdest planeswalker in all of Magic? Is there another planeswalker that's weirder than Grist? I don't know. I can't even think of one. Maybe that Urza planeswalker from Unglued or whatever is weirder. Yeah, I might think about delaying Hoof, but Progenitus just has me against the wall here, so I might just shoot Ryan in the face with the fire. Some of the planeswalkers in Jumpstart Horizons are really weird too. Historic Horizons, whatever it's called. All right, Council's Judgment or bust, it looks like, for Ronal. He's at 10 life. The phone on the bottom of your screen is actually wrong. The one on the top is correct. Ronal took 1 hit from Progenitus so far. He needs to either gain some life right now or Council's Judgment this Progenitus out of existence. Can you violin Grist? You can, right? All right, attacking Grist and attacking Ryan. Grist goes down. Tapping 2 and Charming Prince to gain 3 life. Charming Prince gains 3 life. That's amazing. Yorion to hand. Okay. Vial is on 3. Ronald's going to go down to 3 with, Collector Oof getting cast here. No activation of Vial, though. Okay. Yeah, blink. Yeah, the blinking of the Prince doesn't really make a lot of sense here just because Ronald needs more than 3 life to win the game, but yeah. He needs 8 more life or a Council's Judgment to win this game, potentially. Let's see if this is Council's Judgment. I mean, if he has Council's Judgment, he's just slamming it here, right? There's no hesitation. I'm guessing this is not it. Flicker Wisp hits the Collector Roof. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of damage coming in. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9, 10. Puts Ryan down to 5. Draws his card. Plays a Caracas. Caracas on Progenitus? Oh, I think he's just joking around. Okay. Collector Roof comes back. And he's joking about Caracasing it. All right. Elves takes it down. Elves takes it down. All right, we're going to wrap up here, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me today. This was a lot of fun. I hope people are liking the recap matches from the LGS. I'll try and record some more tomorrow, possibly.